to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. Bitcoin bulls back in charge. That's right. Bitcoin finally broke above 51,000. I've been talking about this battle. It was futile for the bears to try to keep Bitcoin below. And now Bitcoin is back above $53,000 and looks like it's ready to make this next leg up. So Bitcoin is doing really well right now. Altcoins are on freaking fire right now. So things are looking pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. So those of you guys that have been dollar cost averaging long, that's a huge super chat. Appreciate it. Those of you guys that's been dollar cost averaging, hodling, and not panic selling, well, again, you've done it right and you're seeing the gains. You're seeing the gains. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the likes. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams every day, 11 a.m., 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And let's do this. Let's get started. A lot to talk about. More bullish news coming out. There's just bullish news left and right, left and right. This is why I said it's pointless for the bears to try to suppress Bitcoin. There's no point. No point. Of course, I look happier. When things are going up to the moon, of course, I'm happier. All right, so let me change my screen here. Here we go. So Bitcoin finally broke above 51,000. Even my stream earlier today was about this battle at 51,000. And that is the point that we were stuck under for since February 23rd. So it's been quite a long time, I guess. 2 weeks, relatively speaking. Thank you. 2 weeks seems like an eternity with crypto, but yeah, it's about 2 weeks. And you know what? 51,000 was definitely important. And then a lot of people mentioned about this 52,600 mark. Yes, we have broken that. So now we look like we're ready to make the next leg up. So obviously the next stop is somewhere around 58,000. That's the previous high. And then afterwards, things could get very, very, very exciting very fast. Very fast indeed. So to put things into context for you guys. So last time it took 31 days for Bitcoin to reach 42,000, drop to 30,000, then get back up to 41,000, right? But from the low of 30 Bitcoin or 28, Bitcoin pretty much doubled from there, from 28 to 58,000. Okay, so if you do the same kind of I guess pattern, fractal pattern, whatever you call it, you know, we were as low as like 43,000, and you just double that, right? You look at that point, you go up from there. That's going to put us, you know, $80,000-$90,000. That could be where Bitcoin ends up after this next leg up like this. Even before that, same thing, 20,000 all to 40,000. So we've been doubling every single month, but you could see that Bitcoin's a little bit ahead of the game, even versus last month, right? So if we were going to last 30 days, that means we're not going to break 58 until the end of March. So let's see. Let's see if it happens early or not. I mean, last time this happened, we did have a spike here, but that's Elon effect, and then we actually, you know, came down a little bit and then broke above, right? Now we're going a little bit ahead of schedule. And that would not be surprising. That would not be surprising. I mean, there's so much bullish news every single day. So much bullish news. So of course, you know, this is only going to escalate, right? The buying frenzy continues, and people are buying more and more and more and more of it. It's just going nuts. Everyone's going nuts right now. A lot of super chats. Appreciate Eric, Steven. Appreciate the chats, and things are looking pretty good. Things are looking good. You know, this is what I've been saying for a long time, right? A lot of you guys are new. You may be fearful. Oh, Bitcoin fell down to like 42,000. I'm like, whoa, step back, okay? 42,000 is not a point where you should be panicking. 40,000 is not a point you should be panicking. When things were down here at 3,800, yeah, maybe. Then it's time to be panicking. But from 3,800 all the way up to 40 and now $50,000, not time to be panicking at all. There will be volatility. There will be up and downs. There will be dips. But you got to view those as gifts, right? You don't want to buy high. You want to buy low. So when things are discounted 10, 20, 30%, that's when you take advantage, right? So those of you guys that's been listening, you've been slowly dollar cost averaging, right? Taking advantage of some of these dips, not only Bitcoin with altcoins. Well, you're seeing the gains right now, right? You're certainly seeing the gains, and Bitcoin continues higher, 53,600. May have 54,000 by the end of the stream, maybe even higher. But you know what? Things are looking pretty darn good. Now, of course, the stimulus package is helping, although it's helping the Dow, not NASDAQ. So that's kind of weird, but I'll get to that in a little bit. What's also helping is this F2 pool. You know, I don't know if it's just coincidence, whether or not, you know, they knew it was futile to keep selling and dumping more Bitcoins, or they're waiting. I don't know, but you could see the last few days, the output was really, really low, with the exception of this morning, about 2,000 outflow from there. And then, but overall, you can see right now, this is really, really low outflow versus the last few weeks, right? So when Bitcoin came down, obviously the outflow was massive just to keep Bitcoin under 50,000. Now, seems like they have given up, or they ran out of supply. I don't know, or they have another agenda, but it certainly seemed like things are looking pretty good. So there's really nothing that's holding Bitcoin back at this point. So that's fantastic. That's fantastic. All right. So what else is there? Well, just like endless good news. So look at this headline. Bitcoin's 2021 return. So within these 3 months, destroys everything. Destroys. So think about it. You know, 2020, Bitcoin pretty much destroyed everything, with the exception of Tesla. Recently, Tesla has been really, really doing not good. But 2021, Bitcoin destroys everything. And this is according to Goldman Sachs. You see how the narrative changed. Goldman Sachs is now reopening their crypto desk, and they want to draw in a lot of new clients that are interested in Bitcoin. So now, rather than come out with FUD articles, they're coming out with FOMO articles, or FOMO research, I should say. So this is published by none other than Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest banks out there, right? And look at this. Look at this. I don't know if you guys could see that clearly, but look at the total return. Bitcoin is double the next, which is energy. And then there's crude oil, financials, Russell 2000, and whatever. You could look at gold, okay? Poor Peter Schiff. Gold is down 10% in 2021, right? So he's not doing good. 10-year treasury is down 5%. And even technology is down 3%. But you look at like all these, S&P 500 up 1%. If you bought an S&P 500 ETF, you're up 1% for this year. You buy minerals, industrials, Russell 2000, smaller cap, small companies, 9%, financials 12%. Nothing comes close to Bitcoin's return. And that's with the volatility we've been seeing, right? This is why I've been saying, if you're fearful about Bitcoin being around $40,000 or $50,000, well, don't be, because Bitcoin is on its path to $100,000. That's a certainty in my book, and I think that certainty is coming sooner than anyone expects. Not the end of the year. I think maybe by the end of next month, April, end of April. Maybe it's a little bit longer, but who cares? Andy Morales, thank you. Another big super chat. There's a super chat war right now. So you bidded 1 cent purposely higher than Alan. So let's see if there's a super chat war. I would not mind that. But kind of shows you, right? This is how strong Bitcoin is. This is really really big. What? Please put Biped on blast for crashing during this pump while my trade is open. Well, I don't know. I can't comment on Biped. There's a lot of people that is hyping it up. I've never used it, so I don't know how they are. All right. So, Bitcoin's performance right now is destroying everything on Wall Street, and this is not including this pump or its recent highs. I don't know if they were measuring up to 50,000 or something, but anyways. So that's very bullish. Here's another one. Norway listed Acre to put 100% of Bitcoin in treasury reserves of new investment unit. So I can't even pronounce his name. Kiel. Basically a Norwegian billionaire. Oh, Alan. Alan. I appreciate it. That's a huge super chat. I do appreciate that. But basically, he's creating a new entity that will keep all its liquid investables in Bitcoin and Bitcoin only. And not only that, they'll get entered the Bitcoin mining industry. And what is total? Right now, he's launching about 58 million. But of course, you know that is going to go higher. That's going to go higher. So, again, another billionaire out there that believes in Bitcoin, that believes that it's going to go much higher. And I have no doubt that his own net assets include Bitcoin too. Now we're starting to hear a lot more people, being more comfortable declaring that they have bought Bitcoin. Kevin O'Leary being one of them. Mark Cuban being another. They have downplayed Bitcoin for years. And now they're saying, oh, I actually bought Bitcoin in 2007, 2017. Oh, I just couldn't share it, right? Now it's all coming out. Robert is joining in, $105. You guys are nuts, and I appreciate it. I don't have a drink with me other than my cup of water, but really do appreciate it. These are good old times. Good old times indeed. All right, so yeah, that's very positive. What else is there? Tomorrow, things could get even nuttier because you know why? Galaxy Digital's Bitcoin ETF launches tomorrow. I covered this morning. I didn't know that it was this soon. But this is going to launch tomorrow, another big Bitcoin ETF, and things could go nutty tomorrow. So, I don't know. This is all lining up. Maybe this is planned. Maybe this is all planned all along to correlate with this ETF. I don't know. I mean, it seems unlikely, but what are the chances that Bitcoin's pumping right now, right? And this new Bitcoin ETF is about to come out tomorrow. So I think there's going to be a huge volume. The current Bitcoin ETF right now already has over 700 million, and it's only been out for a couple weeks. This one from Mike Novogratz can attract just as much, even maybe sooner than that. So you know what? This could also help propel Bitcoin in a big way in the future, in the near future, right? All right, what else is there? The U.S. government is selling 0.75 Bitcoin for whatever reason. They used to sell millions and millions, but they have these auctions and somehow they have 0.75 Bitcoin to sell. I don't even know how you bid for it, but those of you guys that want to try, maybe you could get it at a discount, but the U.S. government is selling 0.75 Bitcoins. Here's the last big piece of bullish news. Cathie Wood, very well-respected woman. She is very bullish on, she has a foresight. She's been very bullish on Bitcoin for quite some time. Again, she kind of stayed quiet for a long time because of the bearish crypto winter that we had, but now she's like all gung-ho. And look at what she said. Bitcoin and crypto can be like bonds of the future. So right now, there's a lot of investors that does or practices a 60-40 split with their portfolio. And it's really funny because those of us in crypto, we're used to these like massive gains, right? 10, 20, 30% swings in a day, up or down. We're so used to it. A lot of these guys can't handle it. So they make 60% of their portfolio with stocks and it's 40% in bonds. So bonds like the U.S. Treasury bonds, like, netting 1.5% of APR per year. And 40% of that is in their portfolio, right? But she's saying that could change. That crypto could be bonds, and the new breakup in the future could be 60 in equities, meaning stocks, 20% in bonds, and 20 in cryptocurrency. That could definitely be the case. I would argue it would be more like 60-40, 60% equities, 40% in crypto. Just screw the bonds. Who wants 1.5% APR on a 10-year bond? You have to wait 10 years to get 1.5% interest. I mean, think about how ridiculous that is. 10 years ago, had you invested $1 in Bitcoin, you would make multi-million dollars already. So think about those gains versus gains in bonds, right? So that is partially the reason why a lot of companies now are more risky, okay? Meaning that they're willing to invest 1 to 5% of their portfolio because not only do they see it as an ultimate hedge against inflation, but also because of these tremendous gains that could be had that could actually move the needle up in terms of their overall net value just by having 1 to 2 or 3% in Bitcoin, right? So I think Cathie Wood is completely right. And I think that's actually being conservative. It could actually change to a much higher amount in the future. Yeah, so you can see a lot of bullish news, What's not bullish is this news for Ripple. And MoneyGram is saying, no more. They don't want to be in the scrutiny of SEC because they're publicly traded companies. So basically, this relationship is going to wind down, and it's going to be over pretty soon. So Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, they're not looking pretty good right now. Their biggest partner, MoneyGram, is distancing themselves away from Ripple. So not a good look. Not a good look by any means. All right. That's pretty much it. I mean, if you look at the overall market, 1.65 trillion again, not our high, but overall 5% increase from yesterday, which is good. Obviously, from this morning too, it's about 0.1 or 0.2 higher than this morning. BTC dominance still holding around 60.4%, which is actually pretty low, right? Shows how strong altcoins are right now. Despite the fact that Bitcoin went up about 4% today, you look at Ethereum up 6% today, 1,800 once again. A lot of you guys were worried about Ethereum stalling out. I created a video recently saying Ethereum is a sleeping giant. You don't want to sleep on them. And then so many people commented on like, oh, they're a dying dinosaur and this and that. Cardano's going to kill them. Well, today, Ethereum is up 6% and Cardano's down 3%, right? So it's good to be diversified sometimes. You don't want to just go all in on one because, Andy, you guys, Andy now super chatted $106. This is really a super chat war. Just so you guys know, I'm going to put all that into Bitcoin. So I'm going to contribute also. But anyways, yeah, I mean, overall, things are pretty good. NFTs, I've been covering a lot of NFTs. Look at this staggering lineup right now, okay? Theta is now above $5, 18% within the last 24 hours. Enjin, almost at $2, up a staggering 30%. Chiliz, which yesterday I talked about, and I did realize I created a video before about it, up a staggering 78%. And this is not some small SHIT coin. This is a pretty big company, now at $1.3 billion. Decentralized also up 27%. What's lagging right now is Flow, but I do think they're going to catch up. I really like Flow a lot. Darting is now bidding at $107. Wax is up a staggering 42%. Remember, I talked about Wax being very, very undervalued at this point. Origin Protocol also up 28%. Sandbox I covered in that video about NFTs up 34%. Ultra, I have no idea who they are, but I guess they're in NFTs too. But NFTs are hot. And these companies, if you look at what they're doing, they're legitimate companies. They're not just like a pump company, a one and done company. Theta is way beyond just NFTs, but they are involved with the NFTs. Enjin is a huge company that is majorly into NFTs, but they have a lot going for them. Chiliz also. They just opened an office in the U.S. They're going to be huge with U.S. sports soon. Decentralized, Wax, all these guys, very big. But besides NFTs, I mean, if you go down the list, Chainlink is up in a big way. It's been stagnant for a little bit. But, things come and go in waves sometimes, right? Did I miss another one? Darling. And you go down the list. VeChain, I talked about this morning. It's up a staggering 15%. Vet fans, you know, I don't know what you call vet fans. Vet army. I don't know if it's vet army or what, but I've been talking about vet forever. 6 cents is the point that it needed to break. In fact, it is at an all-time high. Before VeChain, when they first came out, their dollar amount was higher, and then they did a 100-to-1 reduction once they moved to their mainnet. So that's why some people may remember, oh, they were at $4 or $3 before, but they did a 100-to-1 reduction, so it's a little bit different now. But if you look at it, they are at an all-time high, which is fantastic. VeChain is climbing the charts. Can't wait until it's like top 5 on CMC. Terra, been talking about Terra a lot. Fantastic project, nearing $10. Terra just keeps going up and up and up a staggering 17-18% today. There's a lot of good projects. Tezos, some of you guys enjoy. I don't know too much about Tezos anymore, like new developments, but they're up, right? And you go down the list. Yeah. Hashgraph, some of you guys like Hashgraph. I think they're too corporate for me, but still up 30%. UMA's up. Yeah, Zilliqa's up. Celsius is up. Swissborg is up. Today, Matic is up. It's a pretty good day. Bat fans, right? Up 6%. Theta, T-Fuel, up a staggering 21%. Theta is hot right now. Pretty soon there'll be Theta Fuel burning. That's going to be huge when their new mainnet comes out. Yeah, and the list goes on and on and on. So today is not a bad day. To put it bluntly, today is not a bad day. All right. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. So, I'll turn to you guys for some Q&A. But please, no like SHIT coins that is worth like nothing, under $1 million market cap. Please, none of those coins. I do know about Kin. Their SEC lawsuit's over. They did move to Solana, but I don't hear anything about them. Not one thing. That SEC lawsuit really put a number on them. They were about to quit. They decided not to. I have no idea if they're done with their chain or if they're still working on it. I did hear that they were going to move to Solana. They want to get off Ethereum, but I have no idea the progress they have. I mean, they're created by the Kick messenger company. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do more research on them. So is it the vet army? Is that what? Look at this bot guy trying to show his stupid number in my live chat. Origin protocol. Doing very well. Interested in running an NFT sale? Yes, please. So obviously they're NFT play. Yeah, they are doing really well, but I have not looked into this company, so can't really comment too much on it. Hard Deep, appreciate that. It's a weird name, but yeah. I have to look more into Origin Protocol, but obviously they're somewhat affiliated with NFTs, obviously, because the big thing is, are you running an NFT sale? But looking at this, doesn't really seem like they're really all about NFTs. Okay, so it's more like it's more like shopping. It's almost like decentralized Shopify. I would say that they're pretty good, especially since they're in an NFT play and they're really hot right now. So I'll have to do more research on them. Phantasma I looked at before. I haven't done a deep dive, but I do think they're very promising. Also in NFT space. So Phantasma could be very, very good. Eternity Chain. Very low market cap. Community-oriented platform that produces limited edition authentic NFTs and trading cards. Okay. So are they partnered up with anyone? And not on any exchanges. Let's go hold them back. Well, that's like a copy of a Pokemon card. See, this sounds good in theory, but you have to have the licenses, and it seems like they don't have the licenses. Like, who is this? Base Shadowless. Like, who would buy that? And who would buy a graded Shadowless? So I'm gonna say no. You need a licensing, right? You need like Flow with NBA or Ecomi with the NFL, or Terra Virtua with movie studios. I mean, these guys have the licenses. They're able to actually produce things, right? OMI burned 50 million tokens, right? So yeah, Ecomi actually is very promising. I think what's holding them back is the exchanges they're on. But they could definitely do well. They could definitely do well. Any insight to Enjin? I think Enjin. I think Enjin is definitely one to keep. They are going to dominate the NFT space, at least for gaming. I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. So Enjin, I'm glad. I covered Enjin even during their early days in 2017. They weren't really into. They were into NFTs, not nearly as hot as it is now. But they've been executing. They've been doing very well. So I'm glad to see that. I don't know too much about New Cypher, so can't comment on it. Sellers scaling network. They really haven't caught much wind. Not as much as the other guys like Matic or OMG or I don't know, some of the other guys. Phantom, I guess. So Rob asked about Frontier. Well, I got turned off by it because I heard this was pumped. Like, it was pumped majorly, so I didn't want to look at it when it was being pumped. But I think they're in chain agnostic DeFi aggregation layer. So we have support for DeFi on Ethereum, Binance Chain, Band Chain, Kava, Harmony, via StatFi protocol. We'll enter the Polkadot system. Okay. With our application, user can participate in protocol traction management, staking, best trade asset. Okay. So basically, they're like a DEX cross-chain aggregator, where basically you can trade across all these chains. That's what it sounds like. It could be good. It could be good. Upcoming chains, the supported chains and protocols, they seem to be all in one. Yeah, they have a wallet and they do all this stuff. It could be good. This could be good. Where is it at? Yeah, it's on Binance. And KuCoin. So U.S. residents could get it on KuCoin. Yeah, Frontier could be good. Could be good. I have to look more into it. Man, there's so many super chats. I don't know if I get through all of them. EasyFi. I like EasyFi a lot. I don't think I covered them. I covered them in Patreon, but yeah, they're built on Matic, fork of Compound. They're into, loans, but some under collateralized loans. They could be a big thing, and they're also on Binance. Harmony. I looked at Harmony's team, and their team is fantastic. Yeah, they could be a good one. They could be a good one. I have to do more research on them, but their team looks like stellar, like a really stellar team for Harmony. Crypto Queen, appreciate that. Taz Zhang, I don't know how to say your first name, but appreciate it. All right. PokeStarter, not a fan of PokeStarter. Too many projects like that in the past. Neblio, no. Neblio is done. Neblio's done. Don't look at Neblio. Venus, yes, Venus is, maker of Binance Smart Chain. I'm pretty sure that's going to do well. It's really undervalued if you look at how much is staked in there already. Mana Decentraland, yes. One of the hot NFT plays right now, up 25%. I did cover them in a video recently. Graph, also very good project for creation of APIs, right? That's definitely needed for DeFi projects specifically. Health plan, no, I'm not going to start over, but you did miss some huge super chat battles. That's for sure. What do you think about Holochain and Centropy? They're both working on... No, well, they were. Holochain... I don't know. Holochain is kind of like... No one's paying attention to them anymore. They're more like a DAG. Centropy, I have no idea who they are. NOIA. Okay, like a mid-cap. That's not bad. Transform the public internet into a secure, user-centric internet where encryption and performance are built in, automatically enabled. Yeah, I don't know about that. It sounds good in theory, but I don't know if it's as easy as that. Security optimized internet for all. You know, kind of like, if you want privacy, just use the Brave browser. You don't really need this. Brave browser just stops tracking and that's it. That's all you need. So I'm not sure that chain is actually necessary. Wax, very undervalued, I believe. Kevlar, I have not had a chance to look at it yet. Last time I looked at it, I remember it was promising. It looked good. I just haven't had a chance to look at it. Neo, I'm off the Neo bandwagon for now until I can see some progress. No one knows when Neo 3.0 is going to be done. Like, there's no updates, no roadmap, no estimated time frame. No one knows what Neo is working on right now. So until they get that done, you know, or give some kind of progress, then I'll be for Neo again. But yeah. Can you look into Bitcoin? I did already. Victor, thank you for that. Sidecoin Dent? No, I don't like either of those projects. Am I still Nuls deep? Yes, I'm still waiting for Nuls to break $1. So honestly, it goes up and down because a lot of people sell it off whenever there's some kind of volatility with Bitcoin. But after it breaks $1, I think it could gain real traction. If Nuls, quite honestly, if it could gain traction and people really pay attention to Nuls, what they have developed so far, their staking mechanism is genius. They have so much going for it. They have interoperability already. Bridge is done. Side chains are done. Chainbox, Chain Factory. They have a lot of stuff. So hopefully people will pay attention and then they'll reclaim their previous highs. DeFi of Thrones. That just sounds like a horrible name. I don't even want to look at that, to be honest. I know you don't like BCH, but do you think it'll go back up eventually in due time? It'll go back up, but it's going to trail others so much that what's the point of holding on to it? Yeah, it might go up to 1,000 one day, but by then, you know, Ethereum could be at like 10,000 and Bitcoin could be at 500,000, right? So it's not a matter of will it go back up eventually, but you got to look at will it move faster than some of these other altcoins, and the answer is no. That's why they're getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Because Bitcoin Cash is just it was just a money grab, and no one uses it. No one uses it. I don't care about all those conferences where they say, oh yeah, we got all these people using it. You look at the transactions on the network, it's at all-time low, and it keeps dropping. You could do a 51% attack on BCH's network for like $7,000 an hour. A lot of people could afford to do that. Font. Yeah, they seem like they're really small. Decentralized marketplace for fonts. Yeah, that's. I guess they're an NFT play, but who's gonna buy fonts? Yeah, the NFT decentralized font marketplace. Maybe this is gonna catch on. 1155, ERC20. I guess you could mint anything. I guess NFTs could be anything. I just don't see why you want to buy a decentralized font in a marketplace. I don't I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Where is it? Uniswap. All right. So there you go. All right. Zcash, I don't like. Not Z. Yeah, is it Zcash? Yeah, Zcash is privacy, so I think it's gonna be listed everywhere. So I don't like it. Andy, thank you. What do you think about Ren? Ren is fine. They've been weaker recently. You know, a lot of DeFi projects have been weaker recently because the money went into NFTs. But Ren is providing like a synthetic token to be used in DeFi projects, which is Ren. That's what the token is. So you could create synthetic Bitcoin, Dogecoin, or whatever, and use it for DeFi projects. They also moved to Binance Smart Chain, which is good, but they've been a little bit weaker as of late because a lot of the money went into NFTs right now. All right, guys. That's it. I think that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. Telcoin? No, I don't like Telcoin. I got off the bandwagon. They're like, you know, they're a remittance project, but I don't know. They could be doing well. I mean, they're trying to do remittance from Europe to Africa. I don't know how much progress they made, but back in the day, they gave up on all development efforts, and not all like progress reports. So no idea if they really progressed or not. Legendary, didn't look at it yet. I don't even know if that's how you say it right. But that is it, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate the huge super chats from everyone. The super chat war, I really do appreciate it. But I know you guys are feeling pretty good. Finally, Bitcoin broke above 51,000. But to put things into perspective, it's only been 2 weeks. But that 2 weeks feels like 2 years. But it's only been 2 weeks. The last time Bitcoin was at this point was February 23rd. So that's only 2 weeks. So it wasn't really that long. But things are looking pretty good. Tomorrow when we wake up, we could be at 58,000 again or beyond. Maybe we don't. Maybe we come down a little bit and go back to 51,000. That's okay. As long as we stay above 51,000, utilize that as a support rather than resistance, that's going to be fantastic. And tomorrow, I'm looking forward to this. Another Bitcoin ETF, a big one from Galaxy Digital that is launching tomorrow. And this could be a huge catalyst, too, to drive things further up. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And also check out some of my old videos, guys. I've covered a lot of NFT plays, DeFi plays, big cap plays. Look at altcoins. Just yesterday I covered 3 of them. Luxo is skyrocketing today. LTO Network, B Pro, they're good. Ethereum covered them, right? Sleeping Giant, and look at them today. Went up in a big way. Also covered things like PancakeSwap, Bakery Swap, Chainlink, TrueFi, AMP, and all these other ones. Ethereum too. Again, Binance Chain, Cardano, DeFi Explosion, Helium. That's another very undervalued project. But yeah, there's a lot of videos, good ones. So make sure you check them out if you haven't. Right. All right, guys. Until tomorrow. Take care. Have a good night.